Well, we're about to get started with our first and the only championship match on Resolution, that being for the W3L World Championship. And as I'm sure you know, it was Taylor Brayden, the defending champion. He wanted an international challenger with championship credentials. That's what he asked W3L management for. And they looked all over the globe to W3L management, and there were many possible opponents considered until this man stepped up to the plate. I'm talking, of course, about the one and only Buffa, all the way from the Bronx in New York in the USA, making his return to W3L. He spends a lot of time in the Far East, wrestling over in Hong Kong, China, Japan. He recently was in the USA back in February, and he's now back here in the UK. This is his very first match since returning to the UK as well, and he has held a lot of championships. He's a former NWA United National Champion. That was in Japan for 0-1. In China, he's the current IBEW Heavyweight Champion. In Hong Kong, he's the AWGC Tag Team Champion. So he has held titles everywhere, and he is a very tough challenger. This will be a first time ever match between he and Taylor Brayden. And of course, we saw Buffa at Resolution 15 a couple of years ago, where he wrestled Luke Aldridge, and I will be seeing a little later on, not competing, but he'll be at ringside. And Buffa with the boombox, getting a good response from this crowd. They definitely remember him, and he's really going to be a heck of a challenger for Taylor Brayden. Buffa's so fast, he's got a lot of experience as well. There's a lot of parallels between both men, because both started off in very popular tag teams. Buffa was part of All Money Is Legal way back in the sort of like early 2000s, maybe like 2004, 2005. Taylor Brayden, of course, was part of the Disco Biscuits, arguably the most popular tag team in W3L history, if not all of Scottish wrestling, let's be honest. And then of course both men, after their successful tag team runs, would go solo and have a lot of success, and a lot more success, it should be said, as an individual solo star. Because Taylor Brayden's record speaks for itself, and frankly so does Buffa's. This is the biggest chance that Buffa's ever had here in the Worldwide Wrestling League. And Brayden's obviously no slouch, he's no pushover, we all know that. But neither is Buffa. I think this will be a very, very close contest. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and I don't think it could go either way. And due to the enormity of this card, I mean, it's ended up, second, and this could easily headline. But of course, we've got the steel cage that everyone wants to see. Mike Musso versus Looking Sharp. That is coming up a little later on. And now it's time for the defending champion Taylor Brayden, the man from right here in Fife, currently on his second World Championship reign. His last one began, or the current one I should say, began in this building last year at the Summer Spectacular, when he defeated the British Wrestling Ambassador Doug Williams in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And Brayden has held his title from the past year. He has battled all challengers. Of late he's been facing Hugo Harris, and if you've not seen WTL for a while, well, firstly shame on you, but you may notice because Taylor Brayden has short hair, it used to be longer, but it was Hugo Harris cut it off, and that led to the start of their issues between each other. Back in Buckhaven, in the Buckhaven Brawl, Taylor Brayden was disqualified against Hugo Harris for using brass knuckles, and at Mayday he did defeat Hugo Harris, and that appears to have ended their issues, but I don't know if it entirely has, quite frankly. But the interesting thing was that we saw those matches with Hugo Harris, it really seemed to bring out, dare I say, the worst in Taylor Brayden. Really brought out a darker side to him, and I don't know if we're going to get a repeat of that here today at Resolution 17. We might not, I honestly don't know. Guess we're going to find out. This is Brayden's 14th Resolution, because he's been around WTL since the early days. His singles record is currently 5 wins, 1 loss and a draw here at Resolution. So, technically things are on his side, but it only takes 3 seconds for a pin. because anything can happen. Now, titles wise here at Wrestling, he's won a title twice, retained the title twice, and lost the title once. So it's quite even when it comes to those statistics. But I think this being a first time match, I know Brayden has been studying his Buffa matches as best he can. And we're going to see what, hopefully it's going to be a nice sporting contest. Hopefully we're going to see a good action packed match as well. Brayden offering a handshake. Oh wait, Buffa rolls him up right away. Now I guess when the title's on the line, you can't really blame Buffa for doing that, can you? Really? I mean, he obviously wants to be the world champion. I mean, every single person does. In and out of W3L, as Brayden immediately takes him down. And oh look, cradles him right away. Saying, you want to try and cradle me early, I'll do the same to you. Both men are very good wrestlers. I think Buffa may have the speed advantage in this. Brayden's definitely got the power advantage. So we'll see what the respective strategies are going to be. Each man will want to try and dictate the pace, of course. Before that waistlock, Brayden trying to fight out of it. He does. Reverses it. Buffa though, continuing to fight, trying to get out of it. When Brayden's got his arms around you, you're going to go flying. I mean, upwards, sideways, doesn't matter. Brayden can throw you around with ease. Buffa concentrating on the arm. Brayden trying to get this hammerlock. Lovely reversal. Again, Brayden's a heck of a talented technical wrestler, and you know he learned from his match against Doug Williams as well. Buffa just kicks him away. And certainly Buffa's got the more international match experience, if only because he's actually from the USA. But he's wrestling in a number of different countries. Brayden is firmly Scottish wrestling born and bred. But he's one of the best in the country. Buffa wasn't having that test of strength, but they do it now. Brayden trying to hold off Buffa. It's fairly even. Buffa puts his foot behind Brayden. Just gets the leverage. Bends him backwards. Oh, Brayden. Shoulders are down again. He's got to be really careful of that. And Brayden out. Now he's trying to muscle Buffa down, and he does. Look at the bridge here. You can tell Buffa's been working on his neck strength over the years, can you? Oh, shoulders went down though. And you can only hold that bridge for so long. He's trying to get out. Rolls. Steps through and takes the ankle and takes down Taylor Brayden. And concentrate on the leg. And you see both men, they've gone for different things, arm, leg, whatever, and it's whatever they can do to kind of find an opening, a chink in the armour, if you like. And Brayden, oh look, cradles up Buffa again. Realised where Buffa was, he was working on the knee, so able to get those shoulders down. Okay, if you get caught unawares, sometimes that's all it takes. You know, if you don't concentrate fully. Wait, another cradle. And Buffa, what a reversal though. In the form of the rocking horse. Stretching Taylor Brayden. So it's like a ground pendulum. Brayden trying to get to the ropes, and he got a hand free. Again, a powerful man. Made it a bit easier for him, I think, possibly. But he got a hand on that rope, otherwise he might be in trouble. And this crowd just appreciating this match. It's really nice to see a clean wrestling match. No cheating, no rule breaking, just two men at the top of their craft testing each other, trying to out-wrestle each other. There's agility of Buffa. Nice Hurricane Rana, and hooks the legs as well. Doesn't get it, but it's like, oh wow, a boot to the face. Nothing technical, nothing flashy there. Brayden getting up ahead of steam. And Taylor Brayden throwing himself out the ring. He's a brave man, because that ground, that is solid concrete. It's a bad landing for both men. I'll have banged Brayden up just landing on Buffa, and banged up Buffa even worse. And into the ring apron. See Brayden though rolls in and back out to break the count. And if you're not concentrating, it's like I was saying before, if you're, if your mind slips for a split second and somebody's got your shoulders down, it can be the 3 count before you know it. It's before breaking the count again. So you need to keep your wits about you, but it's hard when you've been bounced off a concrete floor and you're getting your face smashed into the ring apron. Forearm. I don't think we expected this match to dissolve into a ringside brawl. Oh, Brayden back elbowed his way at that full Nelson. And chugs Buffa back in, because of course you can only get the win inside the ring. And go to the top turnbuckle. Looking for no middle turnbuckle instead. And dives on Buffa with the body. Oh, rolls through! Buffa rolls through! Oh, and Brayden reverses it! That was perilously close. But Buffa had got the better of Brayden there. Wasn't to be. Brayden targeting the arm. And drops him down that single arm DDT. And then he goes for a cover here. 1, 2. Oh, Buffa pops the shoulder off the canvas. And Brayden, I think he's found his target. He need to work on the arm. See Buffa clutching at that bicep, trying to get some feeling back into it. And Brayden's got him in a form of the crossface, the chicken wing here. Just going to pour the pressure onto Buffa. Again, this is our biggest event of the year. It's Resolution 17. And Brayden wants to show why he is at the top of the W3L mountain. He wants to do it right here in the amazing ice arena in Kirkcaldy. Again, we've got all the VIP seating fans on the floor, other fans up in the tiered seating. What a wonderful venue this is. There's Brayden. He's got Buffa's arm trapped and just stamps on it. Continue to work on that arm. And drives in the knee. And so he keeps it on the bicep and then wrenching. Look at this. Both hands locked right into the elbow. He's going to end up with basically a dead arm, isn't he, Buffa? It's going to make it much harder for him to use that arm for anything. It's very hard to throw your opponent around. You've only got one arm to do it. Backing Brayden up in the corner. It's the knee lift. Just to break contact a bit, I think. And Buffa, a big shot to the face. Thankfully, close fists are legal in W3L, so no warning is issued there. Buffa making the most of having a bad arm. Sends Brayden. Oh no, Brayden got a foot up and caught Buffa coming in. Oh, but Buffa caught Brayden coming in. And he's got him. What's he going to do next? Oh, lands an elbow. Lovely move. I thought he was going to nearly drop a leg between Brayden's thighs, but it was not to be. He dropped an elbow and then a fist drop. Covers 1, 2. Oh, Brayden. And he's really shown what he can do, Taylor Brayden. Again, I said this before, but when W3L returned after the pandemic, he went on one hell of a run. And has been, frankly, was undefeated for a year, has one of the best win-loss records in all of W3L. And he loves being the man. He loves being the guy that you have to test yourself against. You know, you may be good, but you're not able to beat Taylor Brayden good, you know. Referee just getting him to stay back, just warning him. Doesn't want the match becoming too out of hand, and again we saw flashes of that in his battles with Hugo Harris. It's like Brayden's temper was getting to him. And of course Taylor Brayden, no stranger to international opponents. Faced the likes of Joey Legend and Tim Strange, both from Canada of course. China's Gaia Hawks. Copenhagen Hangman from Denmark. That's, oh wait, Buffa! Wraps him up! But Brayden kicks out. And Brayden just caught him with that boot. And a big clothesline. There's the power of Taylor Brayden. Gained so many men from overseas. There's Sakiba Lee, El Technico, the Soviet Wrecking Crew, and of course the infamous Bulgarian Baker. All these, oh wait, covers! All these foreign stars that Brayden's battled. Just because you're from overseas doesn't mean anything to him. Because he knows he's going to beat you. He's working on his arm, he's got trapped. He's leaning back on it. He's got Buffa at an odd angle just so he can apply more torque to that arm. Because lying his body weight across Buffa's lower back, Buffa can't really roll over to try to alleviate the pain as a knee gets jammed right in that bicep. Covers again. But it's only a 2. In the biggest W3L event of 2024, Resolution 17. Everyone wants to win here. Everyone wants to have a good showing. Buffa gets catapulted on the ring apron, but he caught Brayden with a slug to the face. Up to the top rope, and they like to Buffa Buster. Is he potentially going for that? Well, he lands on Taylor Brayden, who caught him in mid-air, slammed him down, covers 1, 2. And just the 2. Buffa came so close to that seated senton, but Brayden at the very last minute converting a variation of the powerbomb. And it was more just whatever he could do to counter it. And he took advantage by immediately going for a pinfall, but Buffa kicking out. Brayden says he's going to finish it. Just waiting for Buffa to get up. What does Brayden have in mind? Yep, OTK. That's his move. And Buffa knows it. Buffa's trying to get out. Oh, hang on. Victory roll. 1, 2. And reversal. 1, 2. I want a reversal again, but they're wrapped up in the ropes. Or it's near the ropes, but certainly they took it anyway. They fell at the ring there. Buffa, with a bad arm, couldn't knock him down with that clothesline. And wrenches on Brayden's arm to take him down. Buffa taking advantage, covers. Brayden kicking out. Wise move by Buffa, why not? If you've got your opponent down, try for a pin. Again, just takes a count of 3, why not? What's Buffa going for here? Oh, Brayden! He's now got him in this crossface. And he's done some damage with this in the past. Wrench with the neck of Buffa. He's got the arm trapped as well. And Buffa gets a foot on the ropes. It's the only thing he could do. Like, oh well, he tried to roll through, but Brayden re-rolled. And he's locked him back in it. Buffa cradles him up this time. 1, 2, and 3! Wait, hang on! Buffa's done it! Buffa caught Taylor Brayden unawares, rolled him up. Brayden didn't realise that he had the crossface locked in, and he was unable to roll out of it like we'd just seen him do. His shoulders are down, and Buffa's the new world champion. We have seen a changing of the guard here at Resolution 17. I don't think Buffa can quite believe it. And Brayden doesn't believe it. He thinks his shoulders were up. When he snatched the belt back. A title that he's held for the past year. Referee explained to him that no, the shoulders were down. Now, we saw what happened. They had Buffa in the crossface, and Buffa rolled him over, but Brayden rolled again to get him back into the hold, and he was wrenching away at it. So when Buffa rolled him this time, Brayden was trying to, I guess, roll out of it again, and he was obviously applying the pressure on the neck, but he was unable to roll Buffa over, and the referee counted to 3. And I think Brayden was concentrating so much on holding him in the crosses, he wasn't paying attention to the referee's count, and as a consequence, Buffa pinned him and is the new W3L World Champion. And Brayden leaving the ring with a belt. This is very unsporting. He's obviously annoyed, and I get it. Anybody would be if they lost their title. And this crowd telling Brayden it was a 3. And there was no cheating, nothing illegal. It was a clean pin. Buffa just out-wrestled Brayden. Well, ladies and gentlemen, cooler heads have prevailed. Brayden realises that in this instance the better man won. And I'm sure Brayden would love a rematch somewhere down the line against the brand new W3L World Champion, the hip-hopping, globe-trotting, throwback and live-action music video, Buffa. And what a way for Resolution 17 to begin already. TG Rage getting defeated by Dutch. And now Buffa, the new world champion. And I think he's going to be a great champion, a very popular champion as well. Taylor Brayden, I'm sure, will be angling for a rematch to get that title back. But no shame in losing to Buffa, an international star with championship qualifications. And he made it work for himself. Brayden was just caught out. It happens to the best of us. And there's the boombox. And Buffa, the new world champion, he's going to have a laundry list of challengers coming after him, wanting that title. He'll be the first person to step up to face him. Guess we'll find out in the coming weeks here in the Worldwide Wrestling League.